Hello students, today we'll begin with the second chapter, The Sound of Music. As discussed earlier, this chapter has two parts. The first part deals with Evelyn Glennie and the second part deals with Ustad Bismillah Khan. Today we'll see a glimpse of the first part. The chapter already has been summarized. We'll go line to line, word to word of this chapter today. Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it. As we already have discussed, there is a difference between listening and hearing. Here, Evelyn Glennie is said to listen to the sound without hearing it. That means we can make it out that she could feel music, she cannot hear it. God may have taken her hearing, but He has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Rush hour crowds jostle for position on the underground train platform. Jostle means uh, to create mess, to push someone roughly, that is jostling. Here it is shown that it was the rush hour time, that means peak hours the when this girl, she was standing on the platform waiting for a train. And in foreign countries, in abroad, they have underground trains. So here it is mentioned that she was waiting on the underground train platform. A slight girl looking younger than her 17 years was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibrations of the approaching train. The age of Evelyn Glennie is shown. She was 17 years old but she looked younger than that. That means वो अपनी एज से काफ़ी कम लग रही थी and she looked very nervous but still she also looked excited. She just felt the vibrations of the train that was about to come on the platform. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London and daunting enough for any teenager fresh from a Scottish farm. Here it is said that it was her first day at the Royal Academy of Music, which is situated in London, and she was to go there to learn music. And for any teenager to enter into such a big institute, it will create nervousness, and that too for Evelyn Glennie, who belonged to Scotland, and that to a Scottish farm. That means she did not belong to a city, she belonged to countryside. And for such a girl who belonged to countryside, who had never seen anything such vast or huge, it was really nervousing, or you can say frightening, that she had to go to such a big institute. But this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. Aspiring musician means someone who wants to become musician, someone who is pursuing something. So for Evelyn Glennie, there was a far bigger challenge than this one. That is, she was deaf actually. नर्वसनेस अपनी जगह पे थी, रॉयल अकेडमी ऑफ म्यूज़िक में जाना अलग था, पर सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज उसके लिए ये था दैट शी कुड नॉट हियर. Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual. Her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. Here it is mentioned that Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing, it was very gradual. That means it was very slow. एकदम से नहीं हुआ था, ये धीरे 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 उसको सुनना कम हो गया था. And her mother remembers that something was wrong when she was 8 years old while playing piano. They called her name and she did not move. I suddenly realized she had not heard, says Isabel Glennie. Isabel Glennie is mother of Evelyn Glennie, and it is said that she realized that Evelyn had some problem in listening because when they called her name, she did not respond to that. For quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers. To conceal means chupana, not to show, not to disclose. So for a short time, Evelyn managed to hide her deafness from her friends as well as teachers, but it was not possible for her to hide it long. And why did she do this? It was only because she was scared that if her friends come to know that she was unable to listen or hear, might be there was a possibility that the friends might not talk to her. And so, because out of shame, she did not tell anyone about her deafness. But by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated and her headmistress urged her parents to take her to a specialist. When she was 11 years old, her marks already were getting worst, and because of that, The school headmistress asked Evelyn's mother to take her to some specialist where the problem could be identified. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. They were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to a school for the deaf. Everything suddenly looked black, says Evelyn. When Evelyn was taken to a specialist, it was known that she was unable to hear, and because of that, she was suggested that she be sent to a special school where the deaf people could study. And this was something very surprising and shocking to Evelyn, because now, till now, what a normal life she used to live, now that was to be taken away from her. And so for her, everything suddenly looked black. To look black means सब कुछ अब फिनिश होता हुआ उसको दिख रहा था. It is a phrase used here. But Evelyn was not going to give up. She was determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest.